And I think especially those who are practicing Tibetan Buddhism has even more responsibility that I think. I mean, whoever lamas you're studying with, they will tell you, you have more responsibility to do something. Because these lamas that you're studying with, like I said earlier, they wouldn't have gained the knowledge that they have today if it had not been for ordinary Tibetans who supported monastic institutions all these years. And I'm sure many of you who've been to India, Nepal, Tibet, you've seen how dedicated Tibetans are and how they support monastic institutions. And today these very people are suffering. And I find it very difficult when Buddhist practitioners say, I'm sorry, I don't want to get involved in politics. I'm only interested in spirituality. So, some more questions?
Yeah, I have. Maybe try in English. It's a problem always in teachings. Our lamas don't speak about audition. This is a big problem. And when we start to talk, like for example, we know Tibetans, they have inner politicians too, two karmakas, and we don't know. Good, all of them nice teachers, and this is politician too. But the biggest problem, yeah, teachers don't talk.
No, it is true. I think in a way, now you could even say, you know what, recently Dalai Lama's representative came. He told us that we have responsibility, isn't it? And see what they say. Because I personally think it is wrong for them not to talk about it. I mean, if there is such a thing as a compassion, it's only natural if you think about it. When Tibetan monks and nuns are self-immolating, it's just the thought, just thinking about this, I cannot even understand how somebody can actually put kerosene on and light themselves up. I can't even take a little bit of a pain, you know. And these people are, many of them who do that, they have spouse at home, children, their parents. It's a desperate act, crying out for attention.
Maybe a small comment. I of course cannot say about all Tibetan lamas because I haven't met very many of them, only here in Latvia. But for example, some Western teachers who are coming here, I can't say about everybody, but for example, the previous teacher who was here a couple of weeks ago, last year he came with us to this meeting across Chinese embassy, and he's using Facebook, tweeting not only about Buddhism, but tweeting, sending messages also about Tibet questions. For example, Western teachers, part of them are ready to talk about Tibet too. So.
No, there are many lamas, they don't. But there are few, they don't. They're interested perhaps only in expanding their center, so to speak. And I think that's wrong. That really is wrong.
Their activities is so weak. Like yesterday was manifestation, yeah. 10 people.
Yeah,
15. Not 15, okay, it's nothing.
No, absolutely. That's true. Right? That's true.
And then when we do some movie presentations, then 1,000 people come.
Yeah.
That's why. Because I think the teachers don't talk about it.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
They don't push us.
Yeah. No, I tell the Tibetans in Canada, because I'm from Canada, I tell the Tibetans, all Tibetans, whenever lamas come, most Tibetans go, always bring up that they have moral responsibility. First of all, they're Tibetan themselves. Second of all, they're lamas. And being a lama with students, they have a lot bigger circle of people than Tibet's people. Like, I will have maybe 10 friends. Lama will have 100 friends. You see, so I mean 10 times the power that I have, the Lama has. And like I said, today we need every support. If the parliamentarians of Latvia, for example, if they see that, my God, in Latvia, 60-70% of the population really feel very strongly for Tibet, then something will happen in Parliament. Otherwise, when I go and meet some minister or parliamentarian, they'll give me some nice, sweet words. Oh, we feel so bad for you. We hope you'll get independent one day, and we'll support whatever we can. And that's it. The minute I walk out, I'm forgotten. And that's a reality. But if they feel that at the grassroots level there's enough interest, then ultimately most politicians, most importantly were politicians of their seats in Parliament. And you are the people who put them in that seat. That's where you have so much power that we don't have.
Yeah, I have one question, sorry. If I interrupt someone, could you tell us a little bit about how do you see Dalai Lama visit as an organizer, and what do you expect from it? Short.
Well, His Holiness came, well actually when I came here 2 years ago, there was an invitation. 2.5 years ago, there was invitation was given to me to invite His Holiness to Latvia. We sent it, and at that time they couldn't decide on the date. And then again, when His Holiness visited Estonia in 2011, there was another invitation from Latvian group, and His Holiness accepted the invitation in principle. So, since His Holiness is coming to Latvia, I felt that it makes sense to approach Lithuania, because he's already here. So I'm going to Lithuania tomorrow to see if there is any interest. And now, right now, the way we have is, I'm thinking there's 2 days in Latvia, 2 days in Lithuania. Now, the nature of this particular visit is such, as I was saying, it's not the same as before. Right now, Tibetans are going through a very difficult period, and a lot of the focus is going to be, if we can, if the parliamentarians are interested, His Holiness meeting with the parliamentarians, and also perhaps addressing university students, because His Holiness enjoys talking to young people. And at the same time, we have invitations from our Buddhist community here. We'll have to see how that can be done in a sense. And obviously, many of you want a teaching. Teaching sometimes is a problem because the policy is His Holiness does one teaching a year in Europe, one teaching a year in North America. So depending, like this year, there's something happening. Oh yeah, before I forget, in Switzerland there is a Buddhist conference, Tibetan Buddhist conference. Some of you know. That would be an interesting get together. So we're going to see, and same here, I mean, I feel very strongly today I have this invitation. I'll make sure that I'll see His Holiness next month, that I'll show this to him, and we'll see if we can, a possibility, if there is, to add one more day. Because the next trip to Latvia may not be before another 10 years. So if we could add another day, perhaps we could satisfy, something. Otherwise, His Holiness's days are very short these days. It starts at 9 o'clock. His day ends at 3:30. And we don't plan anything after 3:30 in the afternoon and nothing before 9. And there is at least 1 hour lunch. So his one day is basically like 5 hours.